Hey, silent warrior. Yes, you, the one who smiles in the daylight but battles invisible wars at night. The one who's been fighting demons no one else can see. You've been strong for too long and now your mind feels like the enemy. There are two battles we face in life, one with the world and one within our own minds. And the truth is, the one inside your mind is the deadliest. While external events may cause pain, it's your thoughts that keep the pain alive. You can sit in a calm room with no enemies, no danger, and still feel fear, regret, and anger. Why? Because the battlefield is in your head. You've probably had days where everything seems okay on the outside, but your mind won't stop attacking you. A single negative thought starts to grow like poison. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. These thoughts start small, but if you don't take control, they'll take over your identity. That's where Stoicism becomes a weapon. The ancient Stoics lived in hard times, but they learned something most modern people never realize. You can't control the world, but you can always control how you respond to it. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You are not your negative thoughts. You are the observer of them. And if you're the observer, that means you can choose how long they stay." This video is for the warrior who's ready to stop living under the weight of their own mind. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am stronger than my negative thoughts. Like this video and subscribe because we're going to kill negative thoughts, one Stoic truth at a time. Part 1. Your thoughts are not you. Let's begin with the most important truth. Your thoughts are not you. Most people think every thought they have is who they are. But pause and consider how many random, painful thoughts pass through your mind in a day. If all of them were you, your identity would change every minute. Stoicism teaches a simple idea. The mind has two parts: what happens and how you respond to it. Negative thoughts will come, that's normal. What matters is what you do with them. As Epictetus said, "It isn't events themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." A painful thought only becomes suffering if you believe it. Otherwise, it's just noise. Thoughts aren't facts, they're suggestions. Think of your mind like a radio station. Just because a song plays doesn't mean you have to dance to it. Learn to change the station. Question your thoughts. Is this 100% true? What's the evidence? This will help you realize they have no real weight. Another tool is to label your thoughts. Instead of saying, "I am a failure," say, "I'm having a thought that I failed." This creates space and gives you power. Remember, you aren't your thoughts. You are the sky, and thoughts are just clouds. Part 2. Stop arguing with reality. One of the deepest roots of negative thinking is resisting what already is. You don't just suffer because something bad happened. You suffer because your mind keeps saying, "This shouldn't have happened." But the Stoics taught something powerful. Pain is guaranteed, but suffering is optional. Suffering begins when we argue with reality. As Epictetus put it, "Do not seek to have events happen as you want them to, but instead want them to happen as they do happen, and your life will go well." This doesn't mean you should celebrate pain. It means you should stop wasting energy trying to undo the past. If it happened, it happened. Accept it. Then decide what to do next. Most negative thoughts come from wishing the past were different. But none of these thoughts change the event. They just keep the pain alive. The Stoics called this amore fati, the love of fate. The event isn't in your control, but your response is. When your mind says this shouldn't have happened, say aloud, but it did. So now what? This one line puts your power back on. Remember, peace doesn't come from a perfect life. It comes from accepting what is and choosing to move forward. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I accept reality and I grow from it. Part 3. Don't trust the first emotion. Most people make a deadly mistake. They treat their first emotion as the truth. But Stoicism teaches this critical skill. The first feeling is not final wisdom. Anger, fear, jealousy, these are reactions and they're usually irrational. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Emotions are like waves. They crash hard but always pass. If you can wait and observe instead of acting, you win. Don't let your emotions take control. When you feel a strong emotion, pause, name it, and delay your reaction. Say, I'm feeling angry, but that doesn't mean I'm right. Your emotions are signals, not commands. Another Stoic technique is the view from above. Mentally zoom out and see your problem from far away. That embarrassing moment will seem small. Remember, you aren't weak for feeling emotions. You are wise when you don't let them control you. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I pause. I choose. I don't react blindly. Part 4. The stories you tell yourself create your pain. Often it's not the situation that breaks you, but the story you tell yourself about it. You get rejected, and your mind says, I'll always be alone. You confuse facts with interpretations. Marcus Aurelius deeply understood this. If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your estimate of it. The real pain comes from the meaning you add to an event, and most of these meanings are false stories built from fear. One of the most powerful tools to kill negative thinking is to separate the event from the story. First, write down the raw fact of what happened. Then write down the story your mind is telling you. Finally, challenge that story. Ask, is this true? Is there another reason? This exercise helps you realize your thoughts aren't reality. Bad things happen, but they don't define you. You define the meaning of what happens. Use your mind to heal, not hurt. Your brain is a storyteller, but you are the editor. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I control the story. I choose peace over panic. Part 5. Your environment feeds your inner dialogue. Your surroundings affect your thinking. Most negative minds aren't born. They're built by toxic environments. As Seneca warned, associate with people who are likely to improve you. This was about mental hygiene. If your mind is a garden, who are you letting plant seeds? Negative people, toxic social media, and cluttered spaces all add chaos to your mind. The Stoics lived with simplicity and order because they knew outside chaos leads to inside chaos. You can't kill negative thoughts while feeding them every day. Start an environment detox. Ask yourself, who drains me? What content makes me feel worse? Don't gossip or scroll mindlessly for 7 days. Clean your room. You'll be shocked at how much quieter your mind becomes. Part 6. You're tired, not broken. Sometimes negative thinking just means you're tired. Physically, emotionally, and mentally. When you're tired, everything feels worse. As Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. But how do you revoke that pain if you haven't rested? Too many people try to think their way out of a storm when they just need recovery. Negative thoughts get louder when you're sleep-deprived or haven't exercised. Sometimes you don't need to fix your mind. You just need to give your nervous system a break. You aren't broken, you're just overrun. Stop treating exhaustion like weakness. Treat it like a signal. It's time to rest. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am not broken. I am just resting. Part 7. Gratitude kills negativity. Gratitude isn't just positive thinking, it's a powerful weapon that destroys the roots of negative thought. Why? Because gratitude forces you to see what's real, not just what's missing. When your mind is stuck in negativity, it creates a tunnel vision. Nothing is working out. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Most negative thinking comes from a feeling of lack. But gratitude reminds you that you already have so much. This isn't about ignoring problems, it's about balancing your perspective. In your lowest moments, ask, what am I taking for granted? What do I have that I once wished for? Write it down. Gratitude gives you anchors that keep you from drowning in the storm. Conclusion: if you've made it this far, understand this. You've already started killing negative thinking because awareness is the first step. The Stoics never aimed for perfection. They aimed for practice. You are not your thoughts, but the observer. You don't have to argue with reality. You can accept and grow. Your first emotion isn't always your truth. Pause and choose. The stories in your head are just stories. Rewrite them. Your environment matters, so clean it up. Tired doesn't mean broken. Sometimes rest is the medicine, and gratitude is your armor against darkness. Marcus Aurelius faced incredible challenges, and yet he wrote daily to train his mind toward peace. So train yours daily, silently and strongly. If no one told you today, you're doing better than you think. Not because things are perfect, but because you're aware. And from awareness, everything can change. This is how you kill negative thinking. Not with force, but with daily clarity, inner silence, and stoic power. For a final affirmation, leave this in the comments. My mind is my strongest weapon.